Welcome to this video on Azure CLI. This is an interactive lab that explains the command line interface lab in the Microsoft Learn training materials. Scan the QR code to go to the lab. Azure CLI, or command line interface, is a command line tool IT professionals use to interact with Azure Cloud Platform. It enables users to manage resources such as virtual machines, storage accounts, networks, and automate Azure tasks. Azure CLI provides a command line shell and scripting environment that supports multiple programming languages, including Python, Node.js, and Ruby. Users can save time and increase efficiency by managing Azure resources using simple commands. Azure CLI is available for Windows, Linux, and macOS. The Microsoft definition of relevant terms for this lab is on the screen, but it's up to you to pause the video and review them at your own pace. Taking the time to comprehend these concepts fully will set you up for success and help you excel in your lab work. In the following few slides, we will review the information contained within the lab. It is essential to understand these commands. If you do not understand a command at any time, return to this slide, pause the video, review the definition, and research the command. To complete the lab, you must start a bash session in Azure Cloud and create a resource group and manage disk using the Azure CLI. For this purpose, you will use the az group command to create a new resource group and the az-disk command to create a managed disk. Once you have created the managed disk, you must configure it to finish the lab. You can use the Azure CLI tab completion, which finishes your commands, to reduce the chances of errors and streamline the user experience. Overall, the Noun-Verb structure of the Azure CLI simplifies the process of using different commands consistently for various Azure resources, such as VMs, databases, and storage accounts. Task 1 is to start a PowerShell session. The first task is to start a bash session. Use the Cloud Shell button and toggle the PowerShell/bash toggle switch to change between the bash and the PowerShell. Once you see the black screen, you have completed the task. Task 2 is to create a resource group. Location equals $ parentheses AZ group show -- name RG Cyber Christie -- query location -- out TSB is a command that retrieves the location of the resource group named RG Cyber Christie. Using the Azure CLI command line interface command AZ group show, the AZ group show command is used to interact with various Azure resources and perform administrative tasks. Azure CLI commands do not use a $ for stating the value, and use a word with a capital letter followed by an equal sign to assign the key in the key value pair for the variable. This command, rgname equals RG Cyber Christie, sets the variable key rgname to the value, which is the resource group RG Cyber Christie. In general, variables are used in programming and scripting languages to store values that can be accessed and manipulated through a program. RG stands for Resource Group, which is a logical container for Azure resources like virtual machines, storage accounts, and databases. By setting the value of rgname to RG-Cyber Christie, the program can reference a specific resource group by its name and perform actions on it as needed. The command azgroupcreate is a command line utility command used for creating resource groups in Azure. It allows you to create a new resource group under the Azure subscription. -- name specifies the name of the resource group you are creating. In this case, $rgname is the variable passed into the command, which holds the value of the name of the resource group. The variable's value is the name of the resource group you are creating. -- location specifies the location of the resource group. In this case, $ is the variable passed into the command, which holds the location value of the resource group. The variable's value is the location of the resource group. Therefore, the entire command azgroupcreate -- name $rgname -- location $location is used to create a new resource group under your Azure subscription, with the name specified in the $rgname variable and located in the location specified in the location variable. Task 2B is to create a managed disk in Azure CLI. On the screen, you see the command azgroup show -- name $rgname. This command displays information about the Azure resource group with the name stored in the variable $RGName. The --name parameter specifies the name of the resource group that you want to display information about. $RGName is a variable defined earlier in the lab and contains the name of the resource group to be displayed. The diskname command initialize a shell variable called diskname with the value cc-az104-disk2. The variable can be referenced anywhere in the session using the syntax $diskname. Variables store data that can be referenced or manipulated throughout the session. The format for defining a variable involves assigning a name to the variable, followed by an equal sign, and the value to be stored. So in this command, the key variable diskname is being defined and given the value cc-az104-disk2, which can be referenced elsewhere in the script by typing $diskname. The azdiskcreate command creates a new managed disk using the Azure CLI. The command specifies the name of the resource group, disk name, storage SKU, and size of the disk, --resource group, --name, --SKU, and --size-GB. The / character continues the command on the following line for better readability. The values for the resource group, disk name, and size are stored in variables RGName and diskname. The breakdown of the command is as follows. azdiskcreate is the command to create a new managed disk. --resource group, RGName, specifies the name of the resource group where the new managed disk will be created. The variable RGName contains the name of the resource group. --name, diskname, specifies the name of the new managed disk. The variable $diskname contains the name of the disk. --SKU, which is the standard LRS, specifies the managed disk storage SKU or tier. In this case, standard LRS refers to a standard tier disk using a locally redundant storage. --size GB32 specifies the size of the new managed disk in gigabytes. The / character indicates that the command continues on the following line, which is easier to visualize than writing the entire command in one long line. The command on the screen shows information about a specific managed disk in a specified resource group. The command queries the Azure Resource Manager to obtain details such as the managed disk location, size, SKU, and status. You can find the disk name in the shell variable $diskname and the resource group by $RGName. The command used for this purpose is azdiskshell, specifically designed to display information about managed disk in Azure. --resource group $RGName specifies the name of the resource group in which the managed disk is located. The variable $RGName contains the name of the resource group used while creating the disk. --name $diskname specifies the name of the managed disk to show information about. The variable $diskname contains the name of the disk. The command displays information such as the managed disk SKU, location, size, status, details, etc. The command queries the Azure Resource Manager to get the detailed information about the specified managed disk. Task 3 is to configure a managed disk in Azure CLI. The command on the screen updates the size of an existing managed disk in Azure. The command uses the Azure CLI command azdiskupdate, which modifies an existing managed disk. The command specifies the name of the resource group and disk identified by the variable $RGName and $diskname, which will be updated. The new size for the disk is specified using the flag --size-GB and is set to 64 gigabytes. When executed, the command queries the Azure Resource Manager to locate the specified disk and modify its size as specified in the command. The breakdown of the command is as follows. azdiskupdate is the command to update an existing managed disk in Azure. --resource-group $RGName specifies the name of the resource group in which the managed disk is located. The variable $RGName contains the name of the resource group where the disk is. --name $diskname specifies the name of the managed disk to be updated. The variable $diskname contains the disk name to be modified. --size GB64 specifies the new size of the managed disk in gigabytes. In this case, it updates the disk size to 64 gigabytes. The command updates the size of the managed disk identified by the specified name and resource group to the new size specified in the command. The command queries the Azure Resource Manager to locate the disk and make the appropriate update to the size of the disks. The command on the screen retrieves the current size of the Azure managed disk, identified by the specified name and location. The command uses the Azure CLI command AZDiskShow to retrieve information about the specified disk. The command queries the Azure Resource Manager to get the current disk size and returns a single result, the size in gigabytes. The command filters the result to only show the disk size value by using the argument --query disk size GB. The resource group and disk names are specified using the shell variable $RGName and $diskName. The command updates the disk SKU of an existing managed disk in Azure. The Azure CLI command AZDiskUpdate is used to modify the existing disk. The shell variables $RGName and $diskName identify the resource group and disk name to be modified. The command updates the disk to use the premium SKU using locally redundant storage, specified using the --SKU option, followed by premium_LRS. When executed, the command queries the Azure Resource Manager to locate the specified disk and appropriately modifies its storage SKU. The AZDiskShow command is an Azure CLI command that developers and IT professionals can use to retrieve information about a specific resource in Azure. Users can retrieve the stock keeping unit SKU information for the disk by specifying the resource group and disk name. SKU provides unique identifiers for the disk, such as the disk type, size, and performance. Developers and IT professionals can use this command to manage and monitor disk resources in Azure. They can also automate the retrieval process by scripting the command with variables like $RGName and $diskName. --query SKU specifies the specific piece of information that you want to retrieve about the disk. In this case, the SKU is a stock keeping unit, a unique identifier that provides information about specific disk characteristics, such as the disk type, size, and performance. And thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.